Chased that high, fastball swung right through it. So Amanda Porozinski is the one that's missing. She's been the shortstop all year. Just got a piece and fouled it off, and the count stays 1-2. Smears has jumped on top with two, like the another one with the runner at third and one out. High and tight for a ball. That evens the count at 2. Chased the high fastball again and swung through it. That's a big out for Rizzulli and Pope John. Jordan Sullivan, the catcher, is the hitter. You wouldn't know this is 7 o'clock at night starting. Big blue sky, no clouds, bright sunshine. High and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Rizzulli trying to stop the bleeding here. Hit high in the air, out of play. Yeah, went into somebody's backyard or off somebody's house. Everything is really close here. The houses are, you can almost reach out and touch them from home plate. One, two, the count. Hit foul out of play. Samiris got 2 hits in the inning. One was that fly ball to left field that the left fielder overran and wound up going over her head for a double. And the Wiki should have been out on the base pass. When they threw the ball to first base, the first baseman went off her glove and couldn't hang on. The Wiki wound up at second base and eventually scored. Nice stop by the catcher, Curtis. That keeps DiBiaso at third. Down and away for a ball. Scoreboard says 1 out, but there's actually 2. Drill foul, and that scattered a few fans over there. That may not be the best place to stand and watch the game. There's no fence there protecting you. Nice little crowd here all the way around. St. Mary's brought some people. Obviously, Pope John brought some. We'll do it again at 3-2. Hit foul to the backstop. Sullivan hanging around. Swing and a miss. Well, Rizzulli gets back-to-back strikeouts. So she actually did stop the bleeding. St. Mary's had 2 in. A runner at third and 1 out. And they couldn't bring the third run home. But they do jump out to a 2-0 lead with 2 hits. Pope John helped with an error. The walk helped as well. So Lily Newhall, before she throws a pitch, has got a lead in the ball game. So Lily Newhall will face Allison Collier, the second baseman, leading off for Pope John. As we start the bottom of the first, Paige Licata has seen her team get out to a 2-0 lead. Now Michelle Zulo, the head coach for Pope John, will see if they can make a comeback. Hitting from the left side. In for a strike. Hits it foul off the backstop, chase that high pitch. One thing I've noticed about all these hitters, they love that high pitch. 0-2 the count. Hit foul into that sea of fans over there behind third base. They're taking a beating here in the first inning. High for a ball. Lily Newhall is an 8th grader. Hard to imagine. But boy, she's been poised. She's done a very nice job filling in. Hit foul towards third base. Just a little chop. Harrison Collier is the second baseman. Shannon Collier is the center fielder. The sister act for Pope John. Just got a piece and fouled it off. Count stays 1-2. Try to change up, started high and stayed high. And the count evens at 2. Hit foul again. Hit the shot. Nice play by Grossi. That's her. I believe that's her first play as a shortstop. She was played second base. Carly hit it well, hit it to the shortstop. Grossi throws her out. 1 up, 1 down for Mackenzie Curtis, the catcher. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1. Good pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. She gets her for her first strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. Olivia Normell, the shortstop. I think he announced her as Normell. In for a strike. We can hear the umpire. The right arm comes up a few seconds after the call. Missing up and in for a ball, 1-1. On the corner, good pitch by Newhall. Quickly 1-2. High for a ball. And we got our first deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Even though the scoreboard says 1 out. I would say Mary's leading 2-0, so deuces all over the place. A shot. And that leaves the ballpark. No, it doesn't. It's hit the fence and stayed in. I thought it bounced over. So a shot and a half by the shortstop. She drilled that one into left center field to the fence. It's a little makeshift fence. It can go under, it can bounce over. It split O'Neill and Nowicki. O'Neill got it back. O'Neill winds up at second base with 2 outs. The pitcher can help herself here. Alana Razzulli is the hitter. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Chased that high fastball. Swung right through it. Here's a great story of the St. Mary's team. They only have 2 juniors. Sullivan behind the plate, Udis at third base. Everybody else is freshmen or sophomores, along with the 8th grader on the mound. Swing and a miss. She gets 2 strikeouts. They leave a runner at second base. So a strong inning by Newhall. She gave up the double, but it was with 2 outs. 2 big strikeouts. She's got a way to go, but St. Mary's won the first inning. It's St. Mary's 2, Pope John nothing at the end of 1. Bottom 3 in the order for St. Mary's as we start the second inning. Jenny Udis, Katie O'Neill, Taylor Sullivan facing Alana Razzulli, starting her second inning of work. Up and away for a ball. Chased that pitch, was way over her head. Popped up. Shortstop with the running catch behind third base. Nice play by Normill. Katie O'Neill. Is the left fielder. Hits it foul off to the third base side. Tries to bunt again and fouls it off. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Razzulli. Taylor Sullivan, she's a designated player. She's hitting for the pitcher, Newhall. Started to pull the trigger and held up. The pitch was high and away for a ball. Couldn't hold up on that one. That was up and away also, but they love that high pitch. Up and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. Top of the order, Christina Nowicki on deck. Way inside for a ball. It's 3-1. The sun's trying to set behind the school. A lot of the outfield, right field, center field, in shadows. First baseman still has to worry about looking into that sun, catching throws. So Lily Newhall will start her second inning of work. Hit foul. Shannon Collier, Allison Collier. They both throw righty, they both bat lefty. Nice stop by Sullivan on a pitch in the dirt. Some of those people behind third base just rising up a little bit, moving down a little bit behind the fence that protects the dugout. Hit the shot. Nice throw, nice stretch by Smalia. So both Allison and Shannon Collier lead off the first and the second. They both ground out to the shortstop. Grossi looked like she's been growing up as a shortstop. Caroline O'Connor, the first baseman, is the hitter. Down and away for a ball. And that hits her on the shoulder. McKenna Ripley, the right fielder, is the hitter. So 1 out, 1-1 for Pope John in the bottom of the second. St. Mary's leading it 2-0. We'll get a runner at first base. Michelle Palumba is the runner at first for O'Connor. Down and away for a ball. A lot of screaming and hollering going on from that Pope John bench area. Hit foul off the fence that protects the St. Mary's dugout. One the count as the sun starts to go down. Chased that high pitch and fouls it back in the trees. One, two the count. Hit towards right field. Foul ball, I think. It was foul. Wasn't fouled by much. Just dropped outside the foul line. That was inches away from being trouble for St. Mary's. And a boost for Pope John. The 1-2 pitch up and coming again. Hit foul. Knocked down by Paige Licata. Coaches are sitting outside the fence. I hope they're protecting themselves there. They're wide open for softballs coming over there. We do it again at 1 and 2. She tried to change up and forgot to let go of it. It bounced out in front of the plate, skipped in, and the count evens at 2. Good idea, but she didn't control it. Newhall makes the play. Just a little slap. You see it spinning. Newhall made the night play helping herself. So for the second inning in a row, Pope John has a runner at second with 2 outs. Allie Vidic, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Up and away for a ball. Missing inside for a ball. Swing and a miss. 2 and 1. Up and away. 3 and 1. And that's ball 4. So the Tang runs are on base with 2 outs. Brings Paige Licata out of the dugout. The number 9 hitter, Cressonia Tavares, the third baseman, will be the hitter with the top of the order on deck. First pitch misses. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. In for a strike, 1-2. Hit foul off the backstop. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Hit foul past first base. Count stays 1-2 to Tabarez. 2-on, 2-out here in the bottom of the second. St. Mary's leading it 2-0 in this Division III North quarterfinal matchup. Swing and a miss. She ended the first with a strikeout. She ends the second with a strikeout. Pope John this time leaves 2 on base with the hit batsman and the walk, but they don't hurt. We've completed 2 here in Everett. St. Mary's leading Pope John 2-0. Starting the third inning, it would be the top of the order again for St. Mary's. Christina Nowicki walked. They picked her off when she tried to go to second, got hung up between first and second. Nice play by the shortstop. She takes a hit away. She went up and picked that one. It was going into left center field. Nowicki, it wound up the throw. First baseman couldn't handle the throw off her glove. Nowicki wound up going to second and wound up scoring. Felicia D'Alessandro bunted for a base hit, and she came around to score. She bunts it foul at home plate. First baseman O'Connor, who re-entered the game, is about as close as you can get to the hitter. Third baseman inside for a ball. Third baseman is in, but not that far. Swing and get a miss. 1-2. High for a ball. Curtis had to go way up in the air to pick that one behind home plate. Count goes 2-2. Chased the high pitch and swung right through it. Fifth strikeout for Razzulli. She's got 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Verena DiBiaso hit a fly ball to left field. The left fielder came in, overran it, went over her head, and wound up a double. She got an RBI. She moved Alessandro over to third. Alessandro scored on a ground ball by Smaller, and that's it, 2-0. Swings through for strike 2. Hits it foul off the backstop. Razzulli's looking to end the first 3 innings with double strikeouts. She got the last 2 outs in the first, last 2 outs in the second with strikeouts. Second out here in the third is a strikeout, and she's ahead 0-2. Hit foul off the backstop again. Again, chased that high pitch. The difference is it's 2 strikes, so she's going to protect the plate, but some of these hitters are going after that high pitch with the count in their favor. She does it again. Back-to-back strikeouts to end 3 innings in a row. She's retired 9 in a row after giving up the 2 runs in the first inning. Thanks to that very nice defensive play by the shortstop Normal. So 6 strikeouts in 3 innings for Rizzulli. And as St. Mary's did, so shall Pope John. 1, 2, and 3. Both teams coming into this inning had 3 base runners. The difference is that St. Mary's, 2 of them scored. Pope John left their 3 base runners on base. The other half of the Collier family, Allison, the second baseman, will lead off. Both Colliers have grounded out the shortstop. Both left-hand hitters went the other way, grounding the shortstop. It'll be Allison leading off the third. In for a strike. In for a strike again, quickly 0-2. Down and in for a ball. 1-2 the count to the Pope John second baseman. Hit in the center field for a base hit to the fence. Second hit and second double. This one leads the third. She went the other way with it again and split left and center field, got it to the fence. Easy double. Mackenzie Curtis, the catcher, struck out swinging her first trip. Hit foul into the trees behind home plate. That one goes to the backstop. Collier will go to third. So that brings the Pope John fans back into this one. They were quiet for the first 2. They're on the verge of eating into that 2-0 lead as the lights come on here at the park. And unfortunately, I don't know what the name of this park. The 2-1 pitch up and coming. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. The count goes full 3-2. Hit in here behind first base. It hit off the top of the fence. Smalley didn't have an opportunity to go get it. So Curtis gets a life. We'll do it again at 3-2. There's a fence there that protects the stands. They put up 5 or 6 set of stands. It hit right off the top of that fence. Hit the shot, knocked down. They can't make the play. The Rebel score. So they get on the board. They cut it to 2-1. They get the tying run at first. And that brings a little forum out on the mound. I learned that Sam Porozinski, the family had scheduled a vacation, if you can believe it. And that's why she's not here. I'm not sure what they're doing now. They're switching. That's what they're doing. I thought they were putting up some kind of a new defense. Katie O'Neill, the left fielder, is coming over to right field. Marina DiBiaso, the right field, is going over to left field. Olivia Normel ripped the double in a left center field her first trip. She's up with a tying run at first base. In for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Up and away for a ball. Hit foul past first base. Count stays 1-2 to the Pope John shortstop. She's got a double, and she made that very nice defensive play, robbing the Wiki of a hit, starting the third inning. High for a ball. That evens the count at 2. Safe at second base. She got a good jump. The infield hit for Normel puts 2 on with nobody out. She hit it. Wasn't hit that hard to shortstop. Grossi kind of let it come to her. She tried to go to the second baseman, D'Alessandro, for the force. And Curtis got a big jump. And get into second base just ahead of the throw. So still nobody out with 2 on here in the third. Big opportunity for Pope John. They've got 1 run on. Hit foul out of play, and quickly it's 2 strikes. They've cut the lead to 2-1. They get the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first with nobody out here in the third. Up and away for a ball. St. Mary's fans moaning. They thought that was a strike. Sun has virtually gone down. There's one little patch of sun that's cutting across behind second base. Great hustle by Normil. Adushi made the play at third for the out. So the tying runner's at third now. Shannon Collier, the other half of the Collier family, grounded out short to first, as did sister Allison. They both hit from the left side. Safe at first, the throw drew smaller off the bag. Another error. Two errors in the inning. That hustle by Normil to get her to third base on that force at third when they tried to complete the double play to first base. That got her to third, and it got her home to tie the game up. Still only one out with runners at first and second. Caroline O'Connor, the first baseman, got hit by a pitch, her first up at bat. Low for a ball. Chop foul. Sun goes down, it cools off here at the ballpark. Just got a piece and fouled it off. 1-2. Foul again. So a double, an error, a single, a fielder's choice. Hits it hard past first base, foul. Not getting around on Newhall. Everything is going to the right side by O'Connor. The second error in the inning. Swing and a miss for strike three. Two away. McKenna Ripley just tapped a little spinner toward the mound. Newhall got off the mound, made the play, and threw her out. Hit foul up in the trees. Over the fence out in one of the neighborhoods, backyards. Seventh hitter in the inning. Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball. Hit the second. Nice job at D'Alessandro over to Smaller. So they finally get the third out. 7 hitters to go to the plate. A couple of errors certainly helped the cause as Pope John has battled back to tie it. At the end of 3, we're right back where we started the ball game. Dead even. St. Mary's 2, Pope John 2. Talia Smaller will lead off the fourth inning for St. Mary's. She's been up once. She grounded out third to first, getting an RBI. It was strange because the third baseman fielded it. The runner was breaking for the plate, and she didn't even come close to even looking at the runner, just threw the ball to first base and let the run score. So Razzulli back in the game on the mound. She's been tough after that first inning. Hit foul off the backstop. She's retired 9 in a row since that ground ball by Smaller brought in the second run. 2 strikeouts in each of the innings. She's ended the first, second, and third with back-to-back strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Hit high in the air to center field. And over the center fielder's head. In with a double is Small. That's the second time that Pope John have overrun fly balls. That was an easy out to center field. And the center fielder just overran it. Well, Smaller winds up at second base. Alyssa Grossi, the shortstop, struck out swinging her one trip. I think we're getting a runner at second base. Julia Niccolo will be the runner at second base. So both first basemen have gone on. Both first basemen have had pinch runners. The difference is Smaller gets a gift of a double, trying to bunt, and fouled it off. High for a ball. Third baseman moves back now. A step in front of the third base bag. She was way in expecting a bunt. Chased that high pitch again. Swung right through it. 1-2. They loved that high pitch. Fouled that one off. Count stays 1-2. So Mary's trying to get the lead back. Smaller got a gift double when center fielder came charging in. They had to go back, and the ball was 8 or 10 feet over her head. And that one hits her. So both pitches are hit a batter. So Mary's at first and second for Jordan Sullivan, the catcher. Sullivan struck out swinging in her first trip. Out at third base. They faked the bunt. Niccolo went and they threw her out. Hit foul. So now it's a runner at second with one out instead of second, third, and nobody out. Nice stop. Curtis, the catcher, made a great play. It keeps the go-ahead run at second base. Rizzulli didn't like the softball. She went over and threw it to the Pope John bench and took a softball in return. The umpire didn't even bother to check the ball at all. He just let it go. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit high and deep, and that's gone over the fence for a home run. Jordan Sullivan hit that high and deep to center field. No question about that one. St. Mary's cost themselves a run. They've got their 2-run cushion back. And Sullivan hit that a mile in the air and a mile deep to center field. Long gone and hard to find. Jenny Udis popped to the shortstop in foul territory behind third base. Her 1 trip. So that takes that momentum that Pope John had right back. Now the St. Mary's dugout gets up screaming and gets quiet on the Pope John side. Momentum back and forth. Popped up. Nice play by the catcher. Curtis, she's a good one. She made that nice play. Two-way. Katie O'Neill struck out swinging. So this will be the first inning that Rizzulli won't strike out the last 2 hitters in the inning. Up and in for a ball. She's only given up 3 hits. One was 4 hits. 2 of them were fly balls to the outfield that should have been caught. That wound up with the left field and the center field to overrun the ball. And it wound up 8 or 10 feet behind them and wound up into doubles. And one of the hits was a blast to center field, high and deep and over the fence. Way up over the head of O'Neill, and she swung right through it. That was way out of the strike zone. Rizzulli getting a lot of help on these pitches. So she ends with a strikeout. Doesn't get 2, but she gets 1. So Pope John came back to tie it. St. Mary's comes back to grab the 2-run cushion back again. And they might have had more, but they got a little itchy on the base pass. Two hits, 2 extra bases, a double and a home run. The double was really should have been caught. So we're halfway through the ball game. St. Mary's got that 2-run cushion back, and they lead it 4-2. And once again, Pope John has to play a little bit of catch-up. It'll be 8-9-1 for Pope John. So once again, Lily Newhall will start the inning with a lead. She started every inning with a lead. She gave up the lead in the 3rd. Not really her fault, a couple of hits, but a couple of errors. Allie Vidic drew a walk, her 1 trip.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 13, Allie Miller.
In for a strike. He's the left fielder for Pope John. On the corner for a strike, quickly 0-2. Hard to believe the poise of this 8th grader on the mound. Preston is service. Angie Pepe, their number 1. Didn't miss by much. St. Mary's fans wanted that one. Kind of a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Strike 3 call. Good pitch by Newhall. She got at least 1 in every inning. Cresania Tavares struck out swinging her 1 trip. In for a strike. Low for a ball. Nice stop by Sullivan, the catcher. Just missed wide. It's 2-1. In for a strike. The count evens at 2. Hit to second base. Alessandro stays with it and throws her out. She's usually an outfielder. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th. Allison Collier has gone the opposite field twice. She hit a ground ball to short and was thrown out, and she lined a double in the left center field and scored the first run in that 2-run third that tied the game at the time. Jordan Sullivan took care of that with a 2-run home run in the 4th. Up and in for a ball, 2-0. In for a strike. Very nice crowd here for this one. All out here, out in right field behind me, all the way around the fence. A lot of St. Pope John fans. She hits it the other way. Everything she hits goes the other way. St. Mary's hasn't picked up on it yet. They've got the right fielder close to the right field line. Center fielder is straight away. He should be shading left center field and the left field line. She couldn't hold up. Went around for strike 3. Nice pitch. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Newhall, big 1-2-3 inning. After St. Mary's gets the momentum back, she shuts Pope John down in the 4th. We've completed 4 here in this Division III North quarterfinal game. St. Mary's 4, Pope John 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We're on the road. We're in Everett for Division III North quarterfinals. Pope John, the highest seed. That's why we're in Everett, taking on St. Mary's. Pope John's the number 2 seed at 15-5. St. Mary's the number 10 seed at 13-8. The winner of this will move on to the semifinals and take on either Amesbury or Linfield. problem today is if you're playing first base, you're going to be looking right into the sun. Throws coming from the second baseman and shortstop. Alana Rozzulli on the mound for Pope John. I think they defeated Latin Academy to get here. This will be the second game at home, being the number 2 seed. Everything will shift from here to Martin Park for the semis and the finals. St. Mary's will have Christina Nowicki, the center fielder, leading off. Felicia D'Alessandro will play second base and bat second. The right fielder, Marina DiBiaso, will hit third. In the cleanup spot is the first baseman, Talia Smaller. Alyssa Grossi is the shortstop, batting fifth. Catching and batting sixth, Jordan Sullivan. The third baseman, Jenny Udis, hits number 7. The right fielder, Katie O'Neill, will hit 8th. Taylor Sullivan is the designated player, hitting for the pitcher, Lily Newhall, hitting in the number 9 spot. As we're underway, the pitch is high and tight for a ball. So Pazzanelli is missing the shortstop from the lineup. And she's not on the substitution list either. They're also missing Angie Pepe, their pitcher, who hasn't pitched. Lily Newhall, the 8th grader, has been pressed in the service, and she's been outstanding a latter part of the season and the tournament game. Hit foul and out of play. Christina Nowicki has had a couple of big games. She's been outstanding in the leadoff spot. She's a terrific outfielder, but she comes in also in the later stages of the game and comes in and pitches. Has done a very nice job. The 2-2 pitch, up and coming. Hit foul again by Nowicki. It's kind of a funny place. Right behind home plate is a street with houses all over it. The school is right next to it. And boy, some houses must take a pounding during the season here. And cars going by on the street must as well. Low for a ball, it goes full, 3-2. Pope John is from the Catholic Central Small. St. Mary's from the Catholic Central Large. The payoff pitch, up and coming. And that's ball 4. Nowicki draws a walk. Let's see if Paige Licata, who's in charge of these Lady Spartans. Let's see if she plays small ball. Low for a ball. Nowicki get hooked up and they throw it off the first baseman's glove. She's going to reach on the error. I'm not sure what she was doing. She was halfway. She could have got back. She stopped, got herself hooked up, and they had her out. But it went off the first baseman's glove, and the error is going to allow her to reach second base. So St. Mary's got a break there. They get the bunt down, and they can't make the play. It's a base hit. And now she's going to keep going to second base. She gets the bunt down perfectly. And Felicia D'Alessandro just keeps going to second base. Nobody covering, nobody to throw to. So St. Mary's with a threat. Second and third, nobody out for Maria DiBiasio, who has been as hot with the bat as anybody so far that I've seen. In for a strike. Hit foul out of play. So St. Mary's the chance to get on top here. Second and third, nobody out. A walk, an error, a bunt single. And DiBiasio putting the ball in play can give St. Mary's a lead. She'd love to get a base hit. Hit foul past third base. One, two, the count. Maria DiBiasio is usually the left fielder. She's playing right field tonight. They moved people around with the shortstop not here. It in the air at the short left field, over the left fielder's head for a base hit. She overran it. High fly to left field. Looked like she had it. DiBiasio's going to get a base hit in the RBI. It wasn't touched. D'Alessandro moves over to third. Talia Smaller, the first baseman, is the hitter. Swing and a miss. DiBiasio wound up at second base. Taylor Sullivan leads it off. 9-1-2 for St. Mary's as we start the fifth inning. We mentioned the winner will play the winner of Amesbury-Linfield. It's going on now. And that will be at Barton Field. Way inside for a ball. Sullivan has to dance out of the way of that one. Lowell Catholic was the team that St. Mary's beat. I could not think of it. Drop foul behind home plate. Count goes 1-2. Way up and in. We're even at 2. Swings through it for strike 3. So she gets Sullivan for the second time. So that's back-to-back strikeouts. One in the fourth, one to start the fifth. All of her strikeouts have been back-to-back. That's her 8th. Tries to bunt. That pitch was way over her head. She tried to push it down the third base line. Christina Nowicki has walked and scored. Last time up, she hit a shot that the shortstop, Olivia Nomil, went up over her shoulder, reached across her body, and picked it for an out. Missing inside for a ball. She walked to start the ball game and scored the first run. Missing up and in, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. Up and away for a ball. Before this game is over, we might see Nowicki on the mound. Hit in the right field for a base hit by the first baseman. So Nowicki's on for the second time.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 16, Felicia D'Alessandro.
Felicia D'Alessandro, she bunted for a base hit and scored in the first. Struck out swinging last time up. Last time Nowicki was on, she looked like she was going to try and steal second, got hooked up, and wound up reaching second on an error. High and tight for a ball. She's getting a big jump off the bag with the first baseman way in. She gets the bunt down. Safe at first. Nowicki hustles all the way to third. And D'Alessandro winds up. Third baseman bobbled it. Just enough for D'Alessandro to beat it out, so the error.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 17, Marina DiBiasio.
Nowicki hustles all the way to third. So second and third with one out for Marina DiBiasio. She doubled. It was a high fly ball to left field that the left fielder overran. Turned into a double for an RBI. Last time up, she struck out swinging. So it started out easily enough with a strikeout. Nowicki got a base hit. D'Alessandro bunts for the second time. And the third baseman bobbled it just enough for D'Alessandro to beat it out. And Nowicki hustling went all the way from first to third. And then D'Alessandro kept going and wound up at second base. This is almost a replay of the first inning. DiBiasio wants to put it in play. Try to extend that 4-2 lead. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. This is a big at bat for both teams. Swing and a miss. I think if it Paige Licata, there's nobody better you'd like to have up. DiBiasio, the way she was swinging the bat near the end of the year, she had a great haul in tournament. And just as Mazzulli was getting ready to pitch, Paige Licata asked for time and got it so she could talk to her hitter. They had the bunt on. The runner was coming. They tried the suicide squeeze. They took the bat out of DiBiasio's hands. That's a tough out. Hit foul out of play. Talia Smaller grounded out third to first, getting an RBI. And she hit that double to center field that the center fielder came running in, and the ball was 10 feet over her head. So she's 1 for 2 with an RBI. But St. Mary's hit high and deep, and that one's gone also. Well out of the ballpark. Talia Smaller with a 3-run blast. No question about that one. As soon as it hit the bat, it was gone. 2-out lightning for St. Mary's. Rizzulli got the strikeout for the 4th inning out of 5. She struck out 2. Looked like she might get out of it with that big strikeout, getting a very good hitter, DiBiasio. And then up stepped Smaller, hit the ball high and deep, almost hit the school behind left center field. Up and away for a ball. Rossi is struck out, got hit by a pitch, and she walked around on Sullivan's 2-run home run. It was 0 for 1 with a run scored. In for a strike. Up and away for a ball. Hit high in the air behind second base. It's going to drop for a base hit. Nobody even close. Anything in the air has been, a mystery to the fielders for Pope John. Balls that have been hit that should be caught. St. Mary's is getting a lot of gifts here. Jordan Sullivan struck out and hit a 2-run home run. Second baseman going back didn't come close. The right fielder wasn't anywhere near the ball. With a fence behind him, the outfielders are playing awful deep. Hit the shot. They throw Sullivan out. But St. Mary's strikes. The error helped extend the inning. A 3-run home run by Smaller has extended the lead to 7-2. 2 hits in the inning to go along with the error. All 3 base runners scored. Actually, 3 hits in the inning. The last one left on base. Two more strikeouts. 9 strikeouts in 5 innings for Rizzulli. The only inning, the 4th, that she didn't get 2. So Pope John has a little bit of a mountain to climb. And we're going to get Christina Nowicki as the new pitcher. So Nowicki will come in the 5th. Newhall went 4, gave up 2 runs. Three base hits. Struck out 6 and hit a batter. 2 errors helped for those 2 runs. Nowicki will face 2, 3, and 4. Mackenzie Curtis, Olivia Nomel, and Alana Rizzulli for Pope John, who have seen St. Mary's go a long ball. So it's a little bit different. Left-hander for St. Mary's throws a little bit harder than Newhall. And Nowicki's only a sophomore. First two are high. Missing with the first three. In for a strike. Curtis draws a walk. She's on for the second time. She had struck out and reached on an error. Normil has doubled, singled, and scored a run. She had a ground ball to short that wasn't hit that hard. They tried to get force at second and couldn't. That was the inning. They scored their 2 runs. In for a strike. In for a strike again. Strike 3 call. Good job by Nowicki. That's a good hitter. Alana Razzulli is struck out. Reached on a fielder's choice. She hit the ball to third for a force out. In for a strike. I keep waiting for that 7-second delay for that right hand to come up. High for a ball. High for a ball. Abby Fowler is the new left fielder. Swing and a miss. Count goes full. That might have been ball 4. So I think Abby Fowler will replace Newhall. Hit in the air. It's over Fowler's head. Everybody running. They almost ran into each other. It winds up a long single. Both of them got to second base. Razzulli wound up at second base. So the high fly to left. Abby Fowler, who's a pitcher, is out in left field. And that's St. Mary's duplicates Pope John, running in and having the ball go over their head for a base hit. Shannon Collier was grounded short, reached on error, and she swings and misses at the first pitch. She's facing Nowicki for the first time. Hit fouled at home plate. So a walk, a strikeout, and that fly ball that should have been caught. Swing and a miss. She steals third. They got it over, but they didn't get the tag down.
Now batting for the Tigers.
So Curtis steals third. They threw it, but they didn't get the tag down in time. So it's a feast or famine here for Nowicki. A walk, a strikeout, a hit, and a strikeout. Low for a ball. And they let the runner walk to second base. I thought maybe they might try to throw her out with a 5-run lead, considering she was just prancing down to second. Hit foul to first base. O'Connor got hit by a pitch and struck out swinging. She's facing Nowicki for the first time. She didn't really get around on Newhall, so I don't know how she's going to get around on Nowicki. Throws the ball a lot harder. In for a strike, 1-2. Didn't miss by much. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at third, bouncing around third, trying to draw a throw. Trying to maybe steal a run. St. Mary's doesn't need that. High for a ball. The payoff pitch up and coming. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the side. So she gives up a walk and a hit. A stolen base included. But Pope John is off the board. We've completed 5 here in this Division III North quarterfinal action. St. Mary's 7, Pope John 2. Bottom 3 in the order for St. Mary's as we start the 6th inning. Jenny Iducci has popped to short, popped to the catcher. High and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. High and deep to left field. And another one gone. Third home. Are they calling it a double? No, she stopped at second base. I thought it. We're a long way from left field. When she stopped at second, I thought they were saying it bounced over, but it was long gone. Jenny Iducci gets the 3rd home run for St. Mary's. She goes long ball. And I mean long ball. 3 long ball, 3 long shots over the fence, left and center, and then dead center. A single shot, a 2-run shot, and a 3-run shot. High for a ball. Katie O'Neill has struck out twice. Popped up behind the plate. And it's another nice job. Curtis, she does a nice job back there. One away in the 6th.
Number 23, Taylor Sullivan.
Wide for a ball. Taylor Sullivan, she's now hitting for the left fielder, Abby Filer. That one hit off her foot. Goes foul anyway. Top of the order, Nowicki on deck. Hit to right field. Gets by the right fielder. Sullivan just stopped at first base. I don't know if she hurt herself. She could easily have gone to second, maybe third. She's flexing that right leg or right foot. So obviously she pulled up a little bit there. And we're going to get a runner for her at first base, I believe.
Now pinch running for the Spartans, number 33, Savannah Silvestri.
Silvestri will be the runner. MIAA Nowicki walked and scored, singled and scored. Sam was in between. She was robbed of a hit by the shortstop, a line shot that Normell went up over her shoulder, reached across her body and picked it. So she's 1 for 2. Popped straight up in the air. Rosuli, the pitcher, had it, dropped it, and they throw it away. They dropped the ball and then threw it away.
Now batting for East Button, number 15, Felicia Yalasani.
That's their third error. And an easy play, and 2 were mental errors, fly balls that should have been caught. D'Alessandro was bunted twice. Both times she reached. Once for a hit, once on an error. And she scored both times. High for a ball. That was a high pop-up to the pitcher. She just dropped it. They had an easy play at second for the force. The second baseman wasn't there. It was a foot race with Silvestri, and they threw it away. The bunt is down. It goes foul. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First and second, 1 out. A run in on another home run. Wide for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Nine hits given up by Rizzulli, 3 of them home runs. She gets a strikeout. Ten strikeouts for Rizzulli. Marina DiBiasio has doubled in a run. Last 2 times up, she struck out. The last time up, she struck out because we had her bunt with 2 strikes. Suicide squeeze with a runner at third. She missed the pitch. She fouled it off. High for a ball. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. And here we go with Deuces Wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th. Hit foul, it's going to go out of play. She fished it, and a little spin, and it spins back to the catcher behind home plate for a foul ball. Popped it about a foot in front of home plate. When it hit, it just spun right back to the catcher, Curtis. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Foul off the backstop. Hit foul again. DiBiasio was making Rizzulli work. Down and in, and the count goes full, so automatic hit and run. The Royals will be off and running on the pitch. The payoff pitch. Hit foul, out of play again. DiBiasio is wearing her out. This is a long at bat. Again, the payoff pitch will be up and coming. Rizzulli to DiBiasio. And it's hit foul again. And I have to apologize to Marina, whether it's hockey or here in basketball. The first spelling I got was DiBiaso, and I actually asked her if she's related to the Everett coach, because I do their football games. And she said no. And then I realized it's not DiBiaso, it's DiBiasio. Hit off the third baseman. A solid shot by DiBiaso for a base hit. Keeps the inning alive. Tavares saved a run, knocking that down. It gets by. That's a run. Might have been two down in that left field foul line with the runners going. Low for a ball. Smaller has accounted for 4 of the 8 runs. She grounded out third to first, knocking in a run, doubled, and hit a 3-run home run. She got a chance for a grand slam here. Hit foul, and it's 1-1. Michelle Zulo comes out to talk to the troops, pitcher and catcher actually. Gives Paige Licata a chance to talk to Talia Smaller. So conversations going on all over the place. Ten hits given up by Rizzulli, 3 of them home runs. And it looks like we might be getting a new pitcher. And no, we're not. I don't know what that was all about. I thought the shortstop came running in. Looked like she was going to take over the mound, but they keep everybody the same. 1-1 the count to Smaller. Missing down and in. 2-1. Center field and left field, it can't be that much further back. They're a couple of feet away from the fence. 3-1. This is a big pitch coming in from Rizzulli. It's got to be a strike or St. Mary's got another run. In for a strike, that little delayed action, and everybody will be running again. 3-2. Everybody on the move. Automatic hit and run. Chopped up. Foul ball. Hit Smaller in the batter's box. That would have been interesting because that was going to be a very close play at home plate. They weren't looking to go to first. So here we go again, 3-2. Everybody will be on the move. And that's ball 4. And that's a run. She gets another RBI, her 5th.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 12, Alyssa Grassi.
So a little more 2-out lightning for St. Mary's. Alyssa Grassi struck out, got hit by a pitch and scored, and singled her last time up. Takes the pitch for a ball. That's only the second walk. She walked the leadoff hit in the wiki, and the wiki came around to score. And now this walk forces in a run. Missing inside is 2-0. So walks have hurt. She only walked 2, but one scored, one forced in a run. In for a strike. The board says 3-1, but it's 2-1. Missed inside. The count goes 3-1 again. So again, another big pitch coming up. And that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks with the bases loaded. The bases are still loaded for Jordan Sullivan, who was struck out, grounded a shot, and in between hit a solid shot over the center field fence for a 2-run home run. She's the 9th hitter in the inning, and she takes the pitch for a ball. Pope John fans are getting itchy, getting on the umpire a little bit. Popped up out of play. Adusi, who led off the inning with a blast over the left center field fence, is on deck. Line shot. Great play by the shortstop. She's a terrific player. She just took another base hit and a couple of runs away. So St. Mary sends 10 to the plate. 3 of them score. They're into double digits with 10. They did it with 3 base hits. Those back-to-back walks, both forcing in runs. She kept her streak alive with at least 1 strikeout in every inning. They also made an error for their 3rd, and it's now an 8-run cushion for St. Mary's, and Nowicki will start her 2nd inning. And she'll face the bottom 3 in the order, 7, 8, and 9. St. Mary's led 2-0 in the first. Pope John got back into it, scoring 2 in the 3rd. But then a 1-2-3 inning by Newhall after St. Mary's got the lead back in the top of the 4th with the 2-run home run by Sullivan. And then St. Mary's added 3, a 3-run blast by Smaller in the 5th. Pope John threatened with a walk and a hit, but Nowicki struck out the side, getting the final 2 with runners at 1st and 3rd and 1 out. And then St. Mary's just added 3 more on the home run by Adusi and back-to-back walks with the bases loaded. Mackenzie Ripley has bounced to the pitcher and grounded out 2nd and 1st. She takes the pitch for a strike. Her first time facing Nowicki. Hit the 2nd. D'Alessandro makes the play. She's taken quickly to playing 2nd base. 1 up, 1 down. Allie Vidic has walked and was called out on strikes. And she's facing Nowicki for the first time. Down and away for a ball. High for a ball. First three out of the strike zone. And that's ball 4.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 20,
Krishania Tavares, the third baseman, is struck out, grounded to second. Second walk given up by Nowicki. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike. 1-2. Top of the order, Allison Collier on deck. They get the force at second. Little tap, but it got by the mound. Alessandro flipped it to Grossi.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 3, Collier.
Fourth play for D'Alessandro at second base. Allison Collier grounded to short, doubled into left center field and scored. And she struck out swinging against Newhall. She's up for the first time against Nowicki. Missing for ball 2. When she hit the ball, she went the other way twice. Being the lefty, she went to shortstop and left center field. In for a strike, 2-1. That one goes to the backstop. The runner will go to second base. So it takes away the force at second on a ground ball, puts a runner in scoring position for Pope John, and runs the count 3-1 to Allison Collier. Hit foul. And the count goes full. Swing and a miss. She strikes her out. So Pope John's season has come down to 3 outs as we'll move into the 7th inning. St. Mary's a comfortable 10-2 lead over Pope John in this Division III North quarterfinal. Jenny Iducci. She led off the 6th with a home run. She's leading off the 7th. St. Mary's batted around and scored 3 and left 3 on base. High for a ball. She popped a shot, popped to the catcher, and then popped one over the center field fence. High in the air to right field. The running catch made by the right fielder. McKenna Ripley made the running play. Nice job. She had to go way to her right and took a base hit away from Iducci. Katie O'Neill is struck out, and popped to the catcher. Tries the bunt and misses it. Swing and a miss. A little bit out in front of that one. High for a ball. Count evens at 2. Usually you say 11 strikeouts. You're released in the game. Zoli has struck out 11 and she's failing 10-2. Swing and a miss. Taylor Sutton struck out. Got a base hit to right field. Would have been extra bases, but she pulled up a little bit lame. There's another shot for a home run. And that one's gone. And they have been shots. As soon as they've been hit, that's gone. That's gone. Their 4th home run. Christina Nowicki walked and scored, lined out to the shortstop, singled and scored, reached on error and scored. Hit foul up in the trees. Scoreboard says 2-0, but obviously that can't be the count because she just hit a foul ball. Shot into right center field to the fence. Around first. She's in with a stand-up double. She gets her 2nd hit. She's on base for the 4th time. Pretty good for your leadoff hitter. And she scored 3 runs. Hit into left field. To the fence. D'Alessandro. Back-to-back doubles. More 2-out lightning. Nowicki scores her 4th run. D'Alessandro's on for the 3rd time. Her 2nd hit. She scored 2 and knocked in a run. Not too shabby. Hit foul. DiBiaso has doubled in a run, struck out twice, and singled. So she's got 2 hits. hit in the air to second base. So they get out of the inning, but St. Mary's makes that mountain a lot higher to climb. Almost impossible, I would say. They get 2 more runs. They get their 4th home run with 2 outs, and then they get back-to-back doubles with 2 outs. So Rizzulli goes 7 innings. She gives up 12. The second and third were the only 2 innings when she went 3 and out. St. Mary scored in 5 of the 7. 13 base hits. She walked 3 and all of them counted. The first walk scored. The next 2 walks forced runs in. And she hit a batter. And Pope John didn't help her at all with making 3 errors. Error in the first helped St. Mary's get off quickly. An error in the 5th helped them score again. And an error in the 6th resulted in more runs. So this is it. Mackenzie Curtis has struck out, reached an error, and walked. She's done a very nice job behind the plate. She's a very good catcher. Catcher and the shortstop are 2 very good players for Pope John. But it's not a good night for the hometown crowd and the hometown team. And St. Mary's has exploded for 12 runs and 4 home runs. And they're going to check out Sullivan. That ball bounced off her. Paige Licata wants to make sure she's okay. That one bounced. In for a strike, 2-1. Rookie trying to polish it off. This is your 3rd inning. U-Haul went the first 4 we mentioned. Gave up 2 runs. A couple of errors in that inning. Got them to 2 runs. Hit to left field. And making the catch out there is Filer. And a little shaky doing it, but made the catch. And that wasn't Filer. That's the right fielder O'Neill that moved over to left field. Olivia Normal, the shortstop, she doubled, singled, and scored. Her one trip against Nowicki, she struck out, but she's made 2 very nice plays at shortstop. High in the air to center field. DiBiaso is there to make the play. And Pope John is down to their last out. Alana Rizzulli has struck out, reached center fielder's choice, singled. This is going to be a bitter pill to swallow for Pope John, because this game was close into the bottom of the 3rd inning, tied at 2. St. Mary's got 2 in the first. Pope John got 2 in the 3rd, but then St. Mary's got 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, exploding for 4 home runs. Down and away for a ball. Nowicki has given up 1 hit, 2 walks. She struck out 4 and obviously hasn't given up a run. She's going to combine with Newhall to knock Pope John out of this tournament. Hit in here to left field. 3 outfield outs. St. Mary's can celebrate, and what a job these young people are doing. Sophomores, freshmen, and 8th grader pitching. A sophomore coming in relief, and they get it done. For St. Mary's, Nowicki had a walk, a hit, a reset error, double, scored 4 runs. D'Alessandro's on base 3 times, scored twice, knocked in a run with a double and a single. DiBiaso had a double and a single, had an RBI. Smaller had a big night. She grounded out for an RBI, doubled, hit a 3-run home run, walked with the bases loaded for an RBI. She had 4 RBI. Grossi got hit by a pitch and scored, singled, walked for an RBI with the bases loaded. Jordan Sullivan hit a 2-run home run. Jenny Aducci had a singleton home run. Taylor Sullivan had a base hit running for her. Silvestri scored a run. And then Taylor Sullivan hit a blast over the left field fence for a home run. They got 4 home runs. And they jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Pope John tied it at 2. And then St. Mary's took control in the 4th. Got it right back, the 2-run cushion back with Jordan Sullivan's 2-run home run. And then they put bombs in the 5th, a 3-run home run by Smaller. They scored 3 in the 6th on a couple of hits, an error, a home run by Aducci, and back-to-back walks with the bases loaded. And then they added in the 7th a home run by Sullivan, and then back-to-back doubles by Nowicki and D'Alessandro. And they put 12 on the board. They scored 2 touchdowns. They just didn't get their extra points. They scored 12, and they win it by a score of 12-2 over Pope John. St. Mary's going to pick up their 14th win to go 14-8, and St. Mary's is going to go. Pope John, is going to end up a terrific season at 15-6. And don't go away. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk to Paige Licata and some of her players. We're here with the mighty hitters. I don't remember. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I don't remember St. Mary's hitting 4 home runs in one game, and they were home runs that were blasts. So I'm going to let you each introduce yourselves as we go along.
I'm Taylor Sullivan.
I'm Talia Smaller.
I'm Jenny Udis.
Jordan Sullivan.
All right. And I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
That's Christine Nowicki. I just pushed away. But what's the feeling? You grew up there, and Jordan Sullivan. Pope John scores 2. They get back in the game. They tie it up. And all of a sudden, the Pope John fans are in it. Everybody's getting excited. And one swing in the bat, and you ended the game because that was the home run that actually won the game. That made it 4-2 at the time. What was the feeling?
That's true.
Feels great.
Huh?
Yeah, that home run that we scored.
That
Get
made
us back in the lead.
That made it 4-2.
Yeah.
And that was actually the winning runs because they didn't score again after that. So that was virtually the final score. And then the 3-run bomb. How was?
Yeah.
What did that feel like?
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. One swing in the bat, and you look, and none of these were not pop-ups that went, they made it over the fence. These were, as soon as you hit the ball, I said, gone. Like the last inning, was it you in the 7th?
No, it was
It
Taylor.
was me.
You, Taylor. Okay, now, so you get in the 7th inning. You had a little trouble before that. You got a base hit, but then all of a sudden you got a base hit and you couldn't really go because you hurt your leg a little bit.
Yeah, I tore my ACL back in December, so I'm just coming back. It's my second game in.
So I look and I say, don't take her out now. And Thank God you came back because that was a shot and a half over the fence. So that was, I guess the foot was okay after that because you got enough.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And
And
with it.
what was yours? 2?
It was just a single me.
You're the single. You were the 3, you were the 2, and you were the 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I lose track of all these things. I've never done a game with 4 home runs before, but they were shots and a half. And it comes at the best time because you look at this and now you're going on. Who would have bet that with only 2 juniors and an 8th grader on the mound and a sophomore coming in after that, that this team would go to the semifinals of the division? This is unbelievable. This is great. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
And it's especially good for me. I'm an alma mater. I went to St. Mary's. I graduated 400 years ago. But congratulations and keep it going. Keep it going.
Thank you.
All right. Get in here, Nowicki. Now you have to come in relief of an 8th grader. You come in, and I know everyone's saying this is not the other Nowicki, the other pitcher, but you did a great job. You struck out 4, you gave up 1 hit, walked a couple, didn't give up a run, did what you're supposed to do through strikes. Two runners on, but you strike out the side in the first inning. More importantly, you get a couple of hits. You're on base 4 times. You score 4 runs. So you do it on both sides. It had to be a great feeling.
It was. I just had to do what I had to do to win. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Now you're part of the basketball team as well, but this is this is absolutely amazing with all these young kids. And, I'm looking, saying she's so poised, an 8th grader on the mound, to go out there and be against juniors and seniors, pitching against them and doing a great job. And you coming in and closing. It's a great duo because she doesn't throw the ball as hard as you do, a lefty instead of a righty. Right. So now they have to get used to people all over again. It's a great thing to have for a softball team.
I think Lily's doing great. She has a solid defense behind her, and then I come in, and I know that if I let up a few runs or a few hits, that I have a strong defense behind me. And it's a great experience playing with all these freshmen because it prepares us for the year, for the next 2 years until I'm a senior, and I feel like we're going to be really strong. We came a long way from the start, but I think we're doing great. I think we have a long run to go.
Well, you look at tonight's game and you say, was there a little bit nervous because you had people switched around all over the place? You had D'Alessandro, who's an outfielder playing second. You had Grassi, she never knows where she's going to play. She was the right fielder. She was the second baseman. Now she's the shortstop. Right. And we wound up with Abby Filer in left field at the end of the game. I mean, was there any palpitations coming in with having to move people all over the place?
I feel like everyone adjusted well. The game is all about adjustments, and I feel like even as the freshmen adjusted, it was all great. Everything went well. I think this is the strongest defense that we've had.
Well, D'Alessandro and Grossi looked like they played second base and shortstop all year, making plays. And then the outfield switched around a little bit. We made a couple of plays in the outfield last. And what was your feeling when you looked and saw the fly ball caught for the 3rd out?
I knew that it was going to be caught. I mean, like I said, we have a great outfield, great infield, so I had all the confidence in the world that that ball was going to be caught. Okay, so now we move on. We're going to play either Linfield or Amesbury. And the odds of your team going to the semifinals of Division III was about 4 billion to 1. We started with no seniors. I feel like this season's all about proving people wrong. Everyone, leveled us to the bottom, and we're the underdogs. We came up, and we're still going, and we're still fighting. I feel like we have a long run to go.
You're playing with house money right now because anything you do is you've gone further than anybody thought you would ever go. Anything now is just gravy piling it on. So if I'm going to go there and play either Amesbury or Linfield, what the heck, we might as well win it and go to the final. Right.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Great job out there tonight.
Thank you.
That's going to do it. A big win for the Spartans. They put 12 on the board, 4 home runs. You saw the 4 home run hitters here. And they win it by a score of 12-2, running away from Pope John, who had 15 wins in the season, was the number 2 seed. And now it's on to Martin Field to play either Amesbury or Linfield. And we'll see how that works out. But right now, they're not worried about that now. They're enjoying the ride home with a big win, 12-2 over Pope John here in Lowell, in Everett, Lowell will be the next stop. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.